Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the coLAB Arts Staff Report.
This is our way of sharing with everyone everything we've been up to for the last couple of months. So let's get started with community shout-outs.
Congratulations to coLAB Arts Board of Directors member Carolina Marotti and all of the volunteers and contributors to the Project Prom event. Carolina and fellow New Brunswick resident Aris Corsino's efforts were featured in a Tap Into article showcasing the month-long effort to collect and distribute prom dresses to area youth.
coLAB Arts and the First Reformed Church hosted Carolina and Aris and their army of volunteers, literal army, there were dozens of people here every night, to create a gown gallery and fitting room with a catwalk and a prom photo booth, all for little or no cost to the participants. You can read all about the entire effort in the Tap Into New Brunswick's website. We'll make that link available in the description of this video.
Continuing on to new community partnerships. It's been a busy year developing new programming, and we're excited to highlight a few of them here.
Well, first off, we're excited to share that we're planning a new series of projects with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, all in an effort to support their statewide community outreach and develop new storytelling efforts. Projects will include a new mural tile project and storytelling workshops for faculty, staff, and local community partners.
We're 5 months into a new 3-year collaboration with the Count Basie Center for the Arts in Red Bank, where we're supporting their diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts by facilitating intentional outreach and creative engagement work across Monmouth County. We've got a few projects and oral history work already underway, and we can't wait to share what we're working on.
And lastly, we want to acknowledge Professor Anita Bakshi of the Landscape Architecture program at Rutgers University. We'll be working with her students this coming fall to envision a new greenway and open space plan for our new partners in the Red Bank community.
Now, we've got a lot of staff and residency updates. First off, please join us in welcoming Dante Muse as our new communications manager. Dante has been a fixture for many years in New Brunswick's arts scene, and we're excited for him to bring his entrepreneurial spirit and expert relationship building to coLAB Arts.
Absolutely, and we also want to welcome Felix Reyes as our new development manager. Felix, who's also a professional percussionist, will be joining coLAB Arts in support of all of the organization's grant writing and fundraising efforts.
Next, we'd like to introduce our new full-time resident artist working with Mission First Housing Group, Lane Michael Stanley, a playwright and filmmaker whose previous collaborations with coLAB Arts can be found in our True Selves and Shelter virtual archives.
And our collaboration with Calabar Gallery continues as we welcome a new visual artist for a 6-month studio residency in New Brunswick, Vanessa Cruz, who will be facilitating workshops directly with adults and youth in the Unity Square neighborhood through a collaboration with Caritas of Holy Family Parish.
And last but not least, coLAB Arts wants to welcome its first resident theater company, Epic Actors Workshop, who have been presenting new and classic works of the South Asian diaspora for Middlesex County residents for more than a decade.
Program updates. Let's go. Here we go. All right. May saw the first readings of 2 new works of theater. The first is a collaboration with Center for Empowerment, overseen by director and co-author Stephanie Van Huss, focusing on sexual violence reporting hesitancy.
The second is a new verbatim theater project in collaboration with Mission First Housing Group that centers the cultural and social experiences of an Indian immigrant falling into houselessness in Middlesex County. Although it's still untitled, we'll get a title soon, we're looking forward to a workshop at the South Asian Theater Festival in September.
It'll help that they'll be right down the hall. Between April and May, coLAB Arts facilitated 2 new mural tile projects. The first, seen here, was for a symposium on food justice in juvenile incarceration facilities. This was hosted by Middlesex County College, and the artist was Leon Rainbow. The second was for the 2023 Creating Change Conference down in Red Bank, with art by R.H. Does.
Teatro Esperanza, our Spanish-language theater company, continues apace, training local community members from the Esperanza neighborhood in oral history and performance. We're incredibly lucky to have actor and producer Gloria Cardona on board to support them on their journey. They've been meeting weekly, focusing on logistics, and are about to kick off an oral history sprint through the end of the summer, listening to and documenting stories from their own community.
Speaking of Teatro Esperanza, What a great segue. This past spring, we hosted our first theater intensive for local youth through our collaboration with New Brunswick Tomorrow and created a Spanish language play with music through teaching artist leads Dave Seaman and Rachel Matuzowicz. We had the opportunity to present the performance at this year's New Jersey Folk Festival. It was a very rainy day, but we survived. And despite the unforgiving rain, we had a great audience supporting the participating students. The illustrated map that you see on the slide here is from the forthcoming comic book about New Brunswick Community Garden. It's called Home, The Seeds in My Hands, and it's by Susana Plotz-Pineda and illustrated by Courtney Menard.
And we're excited to announce our first formal collaboration with Art Yard in Frenchtown, New Jersey. It's called the Lab at Art Yard. In July, we'll be hosting a week-long social practice artist residency featuring a cohort of 5 visual artists producing original crankies in response to oral histories conducted with local veterans that will culminate with a live performance open to the public at the end of the residency week. We really should put a link to what a cranky is.
I was literally just saying, if you don't know what a cranky is, Google it. Google art crankies, and it's much different than you might think. Yes, absolutely. And here's a big update. The first summer education program coming up is the Creative Cities Design Institute, and this is in partnership with the Rutgers Blaustein School and New Brunswick City Center. This program engages 5th and 6th graders in developing innovative design solutions for the city of New Brunswick through drawing, sculpture, modeling, and movement. The second big New Brunswick-based program is our fifth annual.
It's like sixth or seventh.
It is our annual. I'm getting old. It's our annual Esperanza Institute with Esperanza, which is open to students from 8 years old to 18 years old. This year, the program will feature visual art and mural design, as well as an immersive dance project centered around our urban green spaces here in the city. Both opportunities are now open for registration with full scholarships available, so please register early. You can find more information and registration pages on our education website at colab-arts.org/education. And as always, feel free to email us directly if you have any summer programming questions.
And we're done.
We did it.
Have a great summer solstice, everybody. We'll see you again in 2 months. Thanks.
Bye.